Hi, I'm Olivia, and welcome to Connecting the Dots in Early Childhood Education. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some tips around supporting children in recognizing their name in print. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to talk about supporting young children in recognizing their name in print. It's really important for us as educators to embed children having access to visually seeing their name in print into their natural environment, routines, and play. In today's video, we're really going to narrow our focus around looking at arrival time, the routine of children choosing centers, and in children's play-based activities as well. So the first one that we're going to chat about is during sign-in time when children come in the morning. In many early childhood classrooms, there's different routines around signing in, but there is one common theme that I think is really important to highlight here. When children arrive to school, it's important to encourage them to, again, sign in each morning. Now, what does this mean? What does this look like? This does not mean giving a child a trace sheet where they're tracing their name each morning. What this does mean is that when children get to school in the morning, there's maybe a notebook that they work out of or a sheet that all of the children are working on, and a child is doing whatever is developmentally appropriate for them. This could be a scribble, a line, a letter approximation. But again, what this is not children tracing worksheets, and I want to be really clear about that. It's actually really amazing if you save your sign-in sheets throughout the year, or if each child is working out of a notebook and each day they're using the notebook, you can look through the notebook and see the progression of them writing their name. Now, it's totally okay to have a card with the child's name if they want to try and approximate those letters, but there's no need to have a tracing worksheet for them. Again, look at where they start in the beginning of the year where you see a little scribble, to the end of the year where maybe you see them writing their full name or at least doing some great letter approximations. Choosing centers. Choosing centers is another great time, a great routine where children can have access to seeing their names in print. Now, in the beginning of the year when children are choosing centers, it's typical for you to have a child's photo, and maybe you have a photo with their name, but you have a photo at least, because in the beginning of the year, children are not recognizing their name or their peers' names in print, and so there's really no function to that. So in the beginning of the year, you'll definitely want to have a photo with it. However, as children have more access to seeing letters and seeing their name in print, and they start to recognize it, it's wonderful to transition them into having their name written in print. I know it's kind of hard to see in this photo, but I actually had a teacher that I was coaching who was not only working on children recognizing their name in print, but she also wanted them to start recognizing shapes more easily. And so she decided to use pattern blocks and to put children's names on pattern blocks, which is a really fun way to incorporate recognizing their names with recognizing shapes. Again, it's okay if children need their pictures with their names for a long time. Some children may be ready to transition to their names in print sooner, and that's okay. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is, other than natural times or natural routines like arrival, choosing centers, there's actual play-based activities where you can really incorporate children recognizing their names in print. One of my favorite ones is children can go fishing for letters in their name. You can have a sensory bin filled with rice or oats or beans, and you can have letters that are hidden throughout the sensory bin. And maybe the letters are magnetic, and so children are using magnets to try and find them. Or maybe children are digging and scooping and enjoying using those sensory materials, and along the way are finding letters that are in their names. Another fun play-based activity is making letters in their name out of Play-Doh. Again, if children are using Play-Doh, it may be a fun thing for you as a teacher to plant the seed. I wonder if we could use this Play-Doh to make some letters in our names. I wonder how we would do that. And let it go from there. Children are amazing, and when they take ownership over activities, it's amazing what they learn from them. I also want to remind you that in play-based activities, it's really fun to incorporate nature. So maybe you go on a nature walk in the fall and you live in an area where there's a lot of leaves on the ground. Maybe when children come back into the classroom, they use those leaves and glue to try and approximate the first letter of their name or their entire name. Maybe children go on a collection of rocks on a walk in the neighborhood. And when they get back in the classroom, either they're using those rocks to build letters, or maybe you as the teacher decide to take the rocks and put letters on all of them and have children sift through the rocks to look for the letters that are in their name. There's so many opportunities, and the possibilities truly are endless. Remember, don't stress. Children will learn to recognize their name when they are ready developmentally. As educators, it's not our job to push them before they're ready, but it's important for us to meet them where they are and give them all the tools they need to naturally build on this skill. And again, children are not expected to be able to read in preschool and pre-K. So take it slow, make it fun, and make those learning experiences as hands-on as possible. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. To find out more, please visit our website and all of our social media accounts. The links and handles can be found at the slide at the end of the video. And don't forget to become a member of our Patreon community, where you will gain exclusive access to early childhood content each week.